Yeah. Hello, everybody, and welcome to show number 8 of the Protect Alberta's Rockies and Headwaters concert series. Today we're going to do something different. We're going to go back in time and fix the mistakes, especially the very first show. If you were here February 13th, you may be aware that that was plagued with technical difficulties because we kind of knew what we were doing, but not quite good enough with the Zoom. So I thought some of the quality suffered because of that, and we're going to fix that today by rebroadcasting all the things that got marred. Also, Charlie Ewing from the second show, he got a little shortchanged there, so we'll fix that too.
You almost crushed your phone in the hallway that night.
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay. Anyway,
so that was a long time ago. So even if you, I bet you don't even remember who was there.
Well, I think about almost every day. Anyways, without further ado, the other thing we didn't do that very first show was a land acknowledgement, which we've done every show since, including this one. We acknowledge the traditional land on which Albertans reside today is in Treaty 6 and 7 territory. We would like to thank the diverse Indigenous peoples whose ancestors' footsteps have marked this territory for centuries, such as the Nehea, Cree, Dene, Anishinaabe, Saulteaux, the Isga Nakota Sioux Stoney, and the Niitsitapi Blackfoot peoples, as well as the Siksika, the Kainai, the Piikani, the Stoney Nakoda, and the Tsuut'ina. We also acknowledge this as the Métis homeland and the home of the largest concentration of Inuit south of the 60th parallel. It is a welcoming place for all peoples who come from around the world to share Alberta as a home. Together, we call upon all of our collective honored traditions and spirits to work together in building a great province for today and for future generations. All right. Some of you may be wondering about that poster that we had streaming before we started about the Coachella. That's another house concert venue located in Bragg Creek. They're going to do a show online on June 18th. We can't give you the website yet because they made the poster and they put a placeholder. The 9x's.com is not an actual website. So we don't know where to go to buy tickets yet, but you've got like a couple of weeks before that happens. We have a show coming up on June 5th that will be part of the Edmonton Resilience Festival, as well as just a regular part of our series, show number 9.
Oh yes, I'll put a link to that Resilience Festival.
Yeah,
that would be available to everyone, and they're partnering with the Edmonton Public Library. There's some very good offerings.
Yeah, so that's a festival that runs in Edmonton from the 2nd until the 10th, maybe a little longer. Anyways, we'll on the 5th you'll get all the information you could ever want to know about that. We'll have somebody from the festival on to tell us what they do and how we fit in, and what you might gain by attending some of the online stuff they're doing. Sounds pretty good. Without further ado, let's get to our first music of the evening, and we'll start out with Tom Phillips. Tom Phillips. Oh no, Tom, you're quiet. All right. Just a minute. That happened to Tom on the first show, I remember. That exact sort of thing. So we'll do what we did then. We will move on and come back to Tom. So we'll start out with Eve Hell.
Greetings, fellow Albertans. I'm Eve Hell, and I'm from the Ministry of Destruction and Debauchery. I've been going over our recent revenge plans against the environment, and I have to say, this is some next level supervillain stuff. permanently destroying the landscape. That's fantastic. Ruining our primary industry, agriculture, to boost the secondary industry. This is really great. Poisoning the water supply to all our citizens. That is diabolical. I'm loving this. This is just really horrible stuff. This is just I'm in love with this plan. Yeah, and the traffic jams from all the trains that we'll have to be sending out. We're going to be in traffic for the rest of our lives. This is fantastic. I love it. Great plan. But I think we can go bigger. I think we can go stronger. I think we could abandon this altogether and do a space program. I don't know why we haven't considered a space program. Think of how many people we could employ in Alberta if we decided to build a Death Star. Go evil or go home. Yeah. Alberta, we could go way more evil. Thank you.
Thank you for that, Eve. Eve is going to do hers in 3 parts, so we'll come back to her later on in the evening, and we'll continue to move on. And our first musical guest, since Tom was silent and I haven't gone back to him yet, is Scott Nolan. Everybody. Scott Nolan, here you go.
There's people sleeping in the park tonight out in the freezing cold. Ain't it a sad old world? Maybe forever young's just fear of getting old. Ain't it a sad old world? Even when it feels good, it makes you wanna cry. And the hardest part of leaving is always saying goodbye. Ain't it a sad old world? Running after nothing with all your heart. Ain't it a sad old world? Everything eventually just falls apart. Ain't it a sad old world? Loving you was easy, just letting me count the ways. After all, we're all just made up holidays. Ain't it a sad old world? Ain't it a sad old world? Ain't it a sad old world? She took a piece of my heart, she ain't bringing it back. I think I'm okay with that. Dance like thunder and blow, sweet little Franny from the ebb and flow. Keep me up all night, shaking them on down, lighting me up and turning it around. Drive right through the ice and the snow for sweet little Franny from the ebb and flow. And now regrets, a little bit of danger like your first cigarette. Mustang Sally to Kokomo, sweet little Franny from the ebb and flow. Cheating songs along the highway to hell. She's a little Patsy Cline and a little Kitty Wells. Honky tonk heroes on the radio with sweet little Franny from the ebb and flow. Not to remember, no regrets, little bit of danger like your first cigarette. Mustang Sally to Kokomo, sweet little Franny from the ebb and flow.
All right. Thank you, Scott Nolan. That was beautiful. Mhm.
Yeah, really good.
Yes, I enjoyed that last time, and I enjoyed it this time as well. Moving right along, I had mentioned Charlie Ewing. He's a rancher in the area that's going to be directly affected down in southern Alberta, a little south of Calgary. So he did a set for our second show, and he did a couple songs. So let's listen to Charlie Ewing, people. Oh, Scott. Huh.
Hello, my name's Charlie Ewing. I'm a rancher from the Porcupine Hills in southwestern Alberta. I'd like to play you a couple of songs that I wrote. First one is called Song for the Wild. This song is for the wilderness no human shoe has trod, where the land was touched by the mighty hand of God. The barrens of the caribou, the plains of the buffalo, the rocky crags where only mountain goats can go. Song for the wind, song for the wild, song for the wind, song for the wild. It's a land of rushing rivers, you can hear the thunder roll, and prairie fires no human can control. Swelter of the summer and winter's crushing cold, where the laws of Mother Nature take their toll. A song for the wind, song for the wild, song for the wind, song for the wild. This song is for the grizzly, may he always be the king, and the owl and the eagle on the wing. The bugle of a bull elk on a still October day, as it echoes through the aspens far away. It's a song for the wind, Song for the wild, song for the wind, song for the wild. This song is for the living, it's a song for those who die, a song for those who struggle to survive. This song is for the wilderness and those who would live free. It's a song for the life of you and me, song for the wind, song for the wild, song for the wind, song for the wild. Thank you. This next one is one that I wrote as an ode to the Porcupine Hills, where I've lived my whole life. We're working on third generation on this ranch, and the song doesn't mention the Porcupine Hills, so it could be a song about your favorite place, wherever that may be, your special place. It's called To These Hills. In these hills, I've lived this life of mine. In these hills, mere seconds in the span of time, He made me strong, and I belong to these hills. These are my hills, nobody ever really owns. These are my hills, nobody ever really knows. A million years, a million tears in these hills. Needle grass and fescue grows, poplar, pine, and prairie rose. Elk and bison, bear and deer, for eons have been grazing here. And when I die, blow my ashes with the dust. To my sky, scatter them with every gust, and let me stay, never stray from these hills. My spirit's strong, and I belong to these hills. Thank you. And thanks a lot for supporting Save Our Mountains.
Thanks, Charlie.
Thanks, Charlie. That was beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. You wanted to speak about so there's two reasons for doing these. Well, more than two reasons, but a little bit of fundraising, but mostly for education and activism to let people know what they can do. The main message has and continues to be communicate with your elected politicians and tell them how you feel and what you want them to do. That includes right now writing to the federal government. On our last show, we had Heather McPherson on, and she gave a good presentation about why the federal government should be involved in this and what they can do and who we should write to. Do you want to expand on that?
She was right at the beginning of the concert 2 weeks ago. So if you weren't there, it's easy to find that clip and through.
Yeah, you can always see all of the shows, including the first one with all the mistakes, to see what we're fixing. Don't watch too much of that one though. If you go to YouTube and find the Grooveners channel.
Not the reality TV show about the Grosvenor in
yeah, not the hotel.
in a vacation resort in Britain. Not that one.
That's,
and don't even watch one. Your search will be polluted forever.
That's the Grosvenor, isn't it? With the S, Grosvenor.
Yes, but still,
yeah,
that can happen.
YouTube thinks when you put in Grosvenor that you're looking for Grosvenor with an S in the middle.
But we digress.
Again.
So there are two mines that are up for federal approval: Tent Mountain and Grassy Mountain. So Heather McPherson encouraged us to write to especially Jonathan Wilkinson, Environment and Climate Change Minister. Sorry. And you can include other members of the cabinet.
The Prime Minister, the Deputy Prime Minister, Chrystia Freeland would be a good one. The Minister of Fisheries and Oceans.
Yeah. So it's time to write right now.
Yeah.
And she listed a few things why there was federal jurisdiction matters. There's issues around the protection of habitat for endangered species like grizzly bears and some fish species.
Bull trout. And
those species have legislative rights. There are impacts to fish and the habitat and waterways that support them. That's a federal matter.
Mm-hmm.
And there are cross-provincial ramifications because polluted water does not stop at the border.
Yeah, Tent Mountain especially will, some of the water will flow into BC, into rivers that are already polluted by the mines that are just across the border there, the Tech Resources ones.
Yeah, and Heather McPherson is working on getting Saskatchewan MPs involved because they will be impacted.
As will Manitoba too.
Yeah.
The entire watershed.
Hopefully the momentum against this will just keep building.
Yes. Also, you can feel free to sign petitions. If you haven't signed it yet, there is a federal one that's still open, E3159. And there is the Grosvenor's petition, which is found at coalsnotcool.ca or coalsnotcool.com. Go ahead and sign that. Don't sign it if you've already signed it. Only sign once. I don't like going through the database looking for duplicates. I think that's enough.
Yeah, well, let's go on to some more music.
Enough jibber jab from us. Let's bring back Eve Hell for her second performance. Eve, where are you? There you are. Here you go, Eve Hell.
Boy slumped in your chair, your heart in your glass and your fist in your hair, and your hope up to heaven, but they don't hear your prayer. have to hurt yourself just to feel any joy. Heartache is your burden, but whiskey's the ploy. I can see right through you. Don't you try to be coy. I gotta ask you, does it have to be sad to be good? You gotta keep yourself down, 'cause the others think that you should. Oh, you soak yourself in whiskey and hang it all out to dry like one of your sequin suits. And now can you break free? It's a situation They only trust you when you are high. They think a drunken man can say no lies. Try to seek some peace, and you'll be disqualified. Turn your head to the ground, start to turn cold. Oh, Midas, your eyes are too blurred to see all your gold. Make their life glisten, won't touch what you want most. Ooh. I gotta ask you, does it have to be sad to be good? You gotta keep yourself down, 'cause the others think that you should. You soak yourself in whiskey and hang it all out to dry like one of your sequin suits. Can you break free? The situation. Oh, is it resolute? Resolute. Resolute.
Thank you, Eve. That was great.
Yeah, she has a great voice.
Yeah. So we're behind the scenes talking about different ways that our phones work to find links and stuff. Some of the people don't have their own websites. And the Colchilla doesn't have a website that we can find yet. At least not.
We're working on it.
Yeah, we're working on it. We haven't figured out the right search yet.
But there's a nice poster out there.
There is.
So I think the words to remember are coal
Chilla.
and chilla, and how do you spell chilla?
Chilla.
Yeah.
It's a play on Coachella, of course.
I think our audience of 6 knows that.
But with a different spelling. So that's the trick. And it's a couch concert series. Tickets are by the couch.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a concept I've heard about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's carry on with a little bit more music. We've changed up the order completely from the first show. This was our closer for the first show. Well, we're going to put him in the middle today. Ruben in the dark.
What we were really doing behind the scenes is discussing that I am a master of the copy and paste.
That's good. She's got.
I've got tricks.
She's got skills, mad skills.
Hey everybody, I'm Ruben Bullock from Ruben in the Dark. It is a pleasure to be here with you tonight. Unfortunately, we weren't able to do it live. A couple too many things got in the way. But we're just gonna roll camera and audio and treat it like that anyway. So it's nice to be a part of this for sure. It's kind of exciting to see that change has started to take shape from everyone getting together and raising their voices. It's crazy that, you know, music had anything to do with it. I always believe in music having the ability to make change, and I really value the community that gathers behind musicians. So seeing everyone come together, and from my perspective, it had so much to do with music and musicians raising their voices. So yeah, I'm gonna get into it, and we're gonna play a couple songs and be joined by Carly folks in a moment too. This one's called Blackwater. Well, I get high, I get low. Oh, that's the way these things go. And I saw my face in the mirror. Lord, I know I've changed, though I look much the same. Oh, well, I found grace in the black water, bathe my soul and tell my heart I told you so. Well, I lay like babe in a lion's cage and wait for my time to come. Well, I'm begging, please, I need this so much more than you'll ever know. And I saw my face in the mirror. Lord, I know I've changed, though it looks much the same. And I found grace in the black water, bathe my soul and tell my heart I told you so. Alright, gonna do another. It's funny, whenever I do these live things, I'm always like, the transition from song to song normally involves someone clapping or booing. And with the absence of that, it's always hard to move on. I'm gonna play a song called Bow and Arrow, which was written about the secondary highway between Calgary and Crowson's Pass. That's always what I envision. It's one of my favorite parts of the world. And that's what everyone's been kind of coming together to help rally and save. So I thought it was pretty fitting to play that with that imagery in mind. Here it is. You're a bow and arrow, a broken guitar, while the rain water washes away who who you are. We go over the mountains, under the stars. We go over the mountains, under the stars. You're a bow, an arrow, a broken guitar, while the rain water washes away who you are. We go over the mountains, under the stars. We go over the mountains, under the stars. Won't you fold my hand over my heart, and I want you to close my eyes when it grows dark. Oh, we go over the mountains, under the stars. We go over the mountains, under the stars. We go over the mountains, under the stars. We go over the mountains and under the stars. Not sure how much time we have on this thing, so I'm just going to play one more song, and Carly Folks is going to join me. Thank you guys so much for listening and being a part of this concert. It's nice to be a part of it with all the great musicians and people and activists and community. Yeah, it's a real pleasure to be here with you all tonight. This one's called Change. If I can remember the chords. All right. Any old house or any old car or any old town will do. Anywhere you wish, anywhere you will. Go with me, baby, I'll go there with you too. People say dreams, your dreams won't stay. Oh, but people disappear and your dreams, they never do. I've been changed by change. I know that you've been changing too. I've been changed by change, and I know that you've been changing too. Love will come and love will go. I'm holding on to how I'm loving you. We are both moved by words and wind. We are older now than we have ever been. So open your eyes, child, and I'll open mine. Oh, it's just a bad dream we have both been in. Well, I've been changed by change, and I know that you've been changing too. Well, I've been changed by change, but I'm holding on to how I'm loving you. Feel like love is a call into the wild. It's a call into the wild. To the other side of the fire. Wild. outside the fire. I've been changed by change, and I know that you've been changing too. I've been changed by change, but I'm holding on to how I'm loving you. I've been changed by change, changed by change. I've been changed by change, by change. I've been changed. I've been changed by change, but I'm holding on to how I'm loving you. I've been changed by change. I've been changed by you. Thank you very much. Have a good night.
So good. So good.
That was a pretty fun score.
Yeah.
Ruben from Ruben in the Dark.
Yeah. He was pretty excited. I think it's really dear to him. Like he said, Highway 22 between Calgary and Crow's Nest Path. Actually, I like it all the way along, right from Drayton Valley all the way down. It's a beautiful drive. You get the mountains and the foothills right there, and the prairies on the other side. I was telling Wendy I was going to talk about Iceland a little bit, because when I first got into Ruben in the Dark, like 2014, and then in November, December 2014, I got to take a trip. Iceland Air started flying out of here, and I won tickets to fly to Europe. And we got to stay in Iceland for 7 days, drove around the entire island. And it reminds me so much of, especially that southern section of Highway 22, with the mountains on one side, prairies on the other, except in Iceland, it's the mountains on one side and the ocean on the other. But the light is similar for some reason, and the terrain and the grass. Yeah, it just reminded me a lot. And then playing Ruben in the Dark on the stereo as we drove around. Like a Rolling Stone.
Nice.
Yeah. Should we carry on with more?
Yeah, let's play some more music.
Okay. Let's go to another Southern Alberta treasure, Ryland Moran.
Hello! It's great to see you. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for being here with us collectively. My name is Ryland Morans. It's a real pleasure to be here. I feel so honored to be included in such a group of people and for such a great movement and cause. Thank you, Christine. Thank you, Marie. Thank you, Jeremy. Everybody who put this on. I want to play a song for you that I wrote. I came to the conclusion a little while back that most of my songs have at least one fatality. So I wanted to write a love song. I didn't have very many of those, and I wanted to write a love song for my wife because I love her dearly, and it just made sense, you know? But the more I wrote it, the more it kind of started to be about places I'd like to be buried if she ever decided to leave me. I think it sounds better than that when it's played. I mean, I'm open to feedback, of course. But most of the places, all but one, in fact, that I list are in Alberta. And I wanted to play it as an ode to the beautiful little piece of nature that we live in, and that whether it's the mountains or the rivers or streams or the forests, it's all worth fighting for and protecting. Lay me down in the fields of snow. Lay me down where the clay meets the cold. For if I don't have you, well, there's no place I will go. Lay me down in the snow. Let me rest in the ocean deep. Drop me in with the salt and leave me to sleep. For if I don't have you, well, my heart just won't beat. Let me rest in the deep. Where the sky, oh the sky, it's my head when I dream. The horizon, it sits at my feet. I would give you my heart for all of the days, and in all of the snow, and through all of the rain. Yeah, my soul in the night for to keep. Let me wander in the mazes of stone, where the dizzying depths bring a chill to your bone. For if I don't have you, I will feel that alone. Let me wander inside all the stone. Let me rest at the mountain's feet, where you hear the birds call and the thunderstorm meet, where far off in the distance the animals sleep. Let me wander and rest the mountain's feet. Where the sky, oh the sky, let my head when I dream. The horizon will sit at my feet. I would give you my heart for all of the days, and in all of the snow, and through all of the rain, in the darkest of depths and the saddest refrain. Yeah, my soul in the night for to keep. Lay me down in the fields of green. Drop me in with the trees, hem me into the streams. For if I don't have you, forever will I dream. Hem me into the stream. Where the sky, it's my head when I dream. The horizon, it sits at my feet. I would give you my heart for all of the days, and in all of the snow, and through all of the rain, in the darkest of depths and the saddest refrain, where the animals sleep, it is all just the same. Yeah, my soul in the night for to keep. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Stop it. Stop, that's too much. That's too much. You're embarrassing me. But thank you very much. So one of the things that I love about this movement and the discussion that it's creating is that it's bringing people together that maybe wouldn't have a whole lot in common, or maybe wouldn't find themselves on a lot of common ground in lots of political discussion. And that's really special. I recognize that
I am 100% a radical in quite a few ways. And one of the things I remind myself of is that I am one side of a coin, a very particularly weighted coin, as we all are. And one side can't exist without the other. And these discussions and this common ground is so important, especially these days. So I'm very, very thankful for that. As it's like if you're running a bath and you have 2 taps in your bathroom, and a hot and a cold. If you just use one to run your bath, you're gonna have a terrible time. The thing about that though is that even if you run the perfect bath and you get the temperature just the way you like it, there's still always gonna be somebody who comes around and wants to shit in the tub. So please, please write and phone everybody you can think of, your MLA, the Premier, the Environment Minister, your friends. It's so important that we contact these people and we say, please, don't shit in the tub. I'm gonna play a protest song now that's it's an old tune, and it always reminds me that the country we're living in exists because land was stolen from somebody, and the country that my family comes from, that your family immigrated from, also comes from a country where it exists because land was stolen from somebody. And we need to stand up for the people who can't and for what's right. Thank you. In 1649, to St. George's Hill, a ragged band they called the Diggers came to show the people's will. They defied the landlords, they defied the laws. They were the dispossessed, reclaiming what was there. We come in peace, they said, to dig and sow. We come to work the land in common and to make the wasteland grow. This earth divided, we will make whole. So it may be a common treasury for all. This sin of property we do disdain. No man has any right to buy and sell the earth for private gain. By theft and murder they took the land. Now everywhere the walls spring up at their command. They make the laws to chain us well. The clergy dazzle us with heaven and they damn us into hell. We will not worship the God they serve, a God of greed to feed the rich while poor men starve. From the men of property the orders came. They sent the hired men and troopers to wipe out the diggers' claim, tear down their cottages, destroy their corn. They were dispersed, but the vision lingers on. You poor take courage, you rich take care. The earth was made a common treasury for everyone to share. All things in common, all people one. We came in peace, the orders came to cut them down. Thank you very much. Have a great evening. We'll see you soon.
That was a good summary that you gave on the issue. If you're lacking words for your letter,
Don't shit in the tub. That could be another name for the concert series.
or you could take that theme and just elaborate on it.
Yeah. He did have a good point though. There's a lot of people who have contributed to the series so far. Like we're 8 shows in, with 6 to 12 per show. contributors, not too many repeats. There's a lot of people who are standing up and speaking their minds, helping move roll the ball along. So thank you to everyone who has contributed to the shows in front of the scenes and behind the scenes. Yeah, it's really great performances for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's a good seat to have.
Mm-hmm.
All right, moving along. Let's get to. We'll return to Eve Hill one more time this evening. She's got another video for us and another costume change.
Lonesome me, I'm about as tired as I can be. I once had a love for you, it put me in a spell. But this was a trap that many have known so well. Oh, my heart, oh how it breaks. Oh, my soul, I told it pain. Who can save me now from this grave? I need to raise up somehow. A spring to come, but no seed will love. When devils send for thee, then come thou. Oh, lonesome me, I'm about far gone as one can be. I once had it all, a life so full. But now it's all gone, shown as a sheep from war. Oh my God, oh how I ache. From my heart, please remove this stain. Save me now from this grave. I need to raise somehow. A spring to come, but no seed will plow. When devils send for thee, then come thou. Save me now from this grave. I need to raise somehow. A spring to come, but no seed will I plow. When devils send for thee, then come thou. When devils send for thee, then come thou. Devils send for thee, then come thou. When devils send for thee, then come thou. When devils send for thee, then come thou. When devils send for thee, then come thou.
Yeah, we were just in the chat. These shows make it easier to live in Alberta, for sure. A little recharge every 2 weeks. Keep pushing, keep going. Nothing for you? Nope. Okay. All right. Well, let's keep going with the music. So we have 3 artists left. One is Tom Phillips. We'll come back to him. I remember now the MacBook, for whatever reason, doesn't like the format in QuickTime, so we'll have to get to that. So we're going to put Tom Phillips last because I'll need a couple of seconds to fiddle with the computer to get it to the right place to make it play.
But people didn't know what to expect, and so it's okay.
Yeah.
Because you're just not getting what you didn't expect to get. So.
Well, we've seen the video from Tom Phillips before. We know it's fantastic.
We just know it's good.
Yeah, it's filmed at the Blues Can in Calgary, which coincidentally, I believe this weekend is a fundraiser for them online. So when we're done here, you should go see if that's still going on. Anyways, let's go to the first artist to submit a video ever to the series. We were in Golden, BC when it came in.
Oh yeah, we had to go to
you had to go to
a fast food restaurant for their Wi-Fi.
Yeah, to get the fast
so
download.
You can download the video
without the hit against the data, because we live in Canada. All right, so Romy Mays.
Oh yeah, this is really good.
Yeah.
Hi everyone, thank you for asking me to join and be part of this. I am super honored and love to cheers you all for all my friends out in Alberta and anyone that's watching. Cheers, miss you all very much, very much. God. Wonderful to see you all again. I can't tell you that I love you. I can't say I think of you, but I know, yes I know, oh, we got something going on. So don't try to resist me. I know you miss me, and I know, yes I know, oh, we got something going on. Wrap your arms around my hips, kiss my neck and touch my lips. Know what you want, no you can't stay. I just can't turn you away. If you won't call me baby, I still say maybe, but I know, yes I know, oh, we got something going on. Where you know just where to go, real soft, real slow, know when to stop, know what to say. I just can't turn you away. I can't tell you that I'm lonely. You're my one and only, but I know, yes I know, oh, we got something going on. So don't go, 'cause I know, oh, we got something going on. of tune. All right, so yeah, so I guess I have about 10 minutes to play, and I don't know, I don't know, I wish I could ask you guys what you wanted to hear. I have a feeling that Mando Annie will be watching this. I know you are, and you can't see me, and I can't see you because this is pre-recorded. But I love you, Mando Annie. I love you, man. And this one's for you. I'm gonna try and do Long Way Home in my music room / home office, as we all have one sort of these days. And I'm gonna try and sing it like I'm on stage, because it's a big song. Gotta sing big. So maybe you'll sing along with me, and then you won't hear my stretching on it. Doesn't seem so mean no more. When you're standing at the dance, no one taught you about romance. Taking second glances out the door. It's the long way home. You see the finish line. It's further all the time. It's the long harm to feed on. Sitting with St. Augustine, bleeding heart of grenadine. You don't even know which side he's on. Confused. It's a long way home. See the finish line. It's further all the time. Sing with me. It's a long You're on your own. You're all alone. It's a long way home. You see the finish line. It's further all the time. It's a long way home. You're on your own. You're all alone. And the crowd goes wild. So I'm wearing a trucker hat today that I just got today, actually dropped off in the mail from one of our local he does podcasts and he does them online, and this guy Samuel's put together this really cool thing in Winnipeg, and he's always supporting local musicians, and that's Witch Police Radio. So if you guys feel like supporting something cool or checking it out, I don't think it costs money anyway, so supporting something cool. And you can go on Witch Police Radio and check out all the cool Winnipeg musicians and Manitoba musicians that they interview. I'm just killing time because I don't know what to sing next. Maybe I'll do Aching in Your Bones. Into my veins like a steady pulse of light, sleeping through through the days and up all hours of the night. Distant from the world, like an empty hollow stare. Closer to the end, but I don't care. The West Coast sun is warm, but the folks don't like to smile. Followed up the trail of crumbs to Eddie's quarter mile. The prairies call my name each time I feel the eastern breeze. I turn my back to walk these empty streets. And I spent 40 hours coming down that Greyhound bus low. 40 hours ain't too long when you don't have a home. 40 hours longing for a place to call your own. 40 hours aching in your bones. Scars upon my body remind me of my age. A lonesome disconnection from the inside to the cage. If I had only listened to these thoughts inside my head, I wonder where I might have been instead. I once thought I loved you, maybe then I did. You might have loved me too, I was just a rambling kid. And I see it all so clearly now, I had to leave you then, and I knew I'd never see you again. And I spent 40 hours coming down that Greyhound bus low. 40 hours ain't too long when you don't have a home. 40 hours longing for a place to call your own. 40 hours aching in your bones. 40 hours aching in your bones. Well, I just realized two things. One, I left the tuner on, left the guitar the whole time, which aesthetically is just not pleasing for you guys. As compared to, I don't know, my mishmash behind me. Maybe it's my socks, my black socks that were probably like this the whole time. Is that distracting? Anyway, I love you guys and thanks so much for asking me. And I really can't wait to get back up to Alberta to support great things, you know, with you and not from a virtual distance. But cheers to you all. Much love.
That was really lovely.
That was, yeah.
I bet
Live shows.
I
They're
bet
on the
Romy
horizon.
May's shows are fun.
Yeah, I think I've seen her a few times. At the Needle, when it was still the Needle, she played there. Yeah, it's a good show. Good show. We'll get back to it at some point. In the meantime, we're doing online. This is what we've got. And we'll keep going. We've got two more artists for you. The next one you might know from CKOA Radio, the Dirty Windshields Radio Hour, every Saturday afternoon at noon. We listen to it just about every week. It's pretty good.
It's a great radio show.
It is. Yeah.
Leroy Stagger.
Yeah.
Yeah, you always feel good when the show's over. Or at least better than when you started.
Yeah. Who's he playing today? Oh, it was all about Bob Dylan because it's his 80th birthday.
Covers. Bob Dylan
of Bob
covers.
Dylan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which means you get to hear Patti Smith. Makes me happy.
Yeah. And Leroy's got a story where he actually physically bumped into Bob Dylan, like
in an elevator.
Coming out of the elevator. He wasn't looking where he was going, and Bob Dylan was standing there, and he walked right into him on his way for a cigarette. Pretty funny. Anyways, here he is, Leroy Stagger.
Hey everybody, my name is Leroy Stagger. I'm happy to be here to support this cause. I no longer live in Southern Alberta, but I voted in the last election, and I can tell you I did not vote for this government. We knew this was going to happen, and sadly it's come to fruition. But now we have to fight, and that's what we're doing. So thank you to all the folks that are standing up and fighting for this cause. My kids were born in Southern Alberta, and I spent a lot of time at the Old Man headwaters and tailwaters, learning how to fly fish. This watershed is incredibly important to me and to my family and my friends that make a living and a livelihood in Southern Alberta, and some of them make a living on those waters, so they're worth protecting, and I want to be able to come back to them every year and fish and enjoy them with my family. So thanks for joining us. This is called Me in the Mountain. Standing off the mountain, just watching the storms roll by. Yesterday I felt 19 years old, today I'm 35. It's me and that old man, thinking about my love. The storm clouds keep on piling up above. Today I don't feel much doing anything at all. Well, I was dreaming about you leaving me, just staring at the wall. That stone horse was laughing out, wanted me to fight, telling me I'm sinking down. Well, I knew that rock was right, so take my hand. I feel you slipping, and you know that I would be there if I could. I can't take another phone call or talking through a screen. We are falling through the spaces in between. Every day I'm slipping just a little more off course, still looking out for all the signs. There's a middle way, I know it, but you came here with half a heart. It's so hard to love someone who's cold inside. It's that age-old feeling, it doesn't matter where you've been. It don't discriminate religion or the color of your skin, 'cause it'll come to you in daylight or in the cover of the dark. A bonfire just waiting on a loser's dying spark. So take my hand, I feel you slipping, and you know that I would be there if I could. I can't take another phone call or talking through a screen. We are falling through the spaces in between. We are falling through the spaces in between. It's Me in the Mountain. I was written in the base of the Rocky Mountains. I want to thank all the musicians and volunteers that are donating their time to do this concert. Thank you guys. You can see Woody Guthrie right there. In the spirit of Woody Guthrie, we're showing up. And if you're watching and you want to support artists, we got, it's not hard. You can find CDs for sale on our websites or go to Bandcamp. Or just write about us. This is called Radiant Land. What would you do? What would you do if it all came down to them all you? Would you stand tall and fight in the fields of this radiant land? Sun's coming up, casting gold and shadows and filling up the skies of the west. And our love for this radiant land. There once was a time when this river ran clean, and the air didn't smell of fear and gasoline. And the children play barefoot in this radiant land. Hear the wind cry, hear the wind cry. Watch the Holy Mother just lay down and die. You call this freedom, you call this your radiant land. Well, she's gone, gone, gone. She ain't ever coming back. We bought a one-way ticket down this dead-end track, and it's raining like hell tonight on this radiant. Sun's going down, yeah. Sun's going down, casting darkness over that goddamn prairie town, selling darkness for soil and the love of this radiant land. There once was a time when this river ran clean, and the air didn't smell of fear and gasoline. And the children played barefoot in this radiant land. Yeah, so come gather round, people, from wherever you roam, and admit that the waters around you have grown, and soon you will be drenched to the bone. And if your time to you is worth saving, well then you better start swimming, or you sink like a stone. For the times they are changing, and for the times they are changing. keep on fighting. Peace.
Okay. Thank you, Leroy Steger. That was amazing.
Our video is still on.
I know our video's still up. I'm going to keep them in the dark while I do the stuff I need to do to get Tom Phillips to come up, because nobody needs to actually really watch that too much. Yeah.
No.
No,
That's right.
that's right. This stuff is special. I don't need you to see the web addresses. Here we go. We're just looking for the right file. There we go. You got anything to say there, both up?
Oh, you're very distracting, David.
I know.
You're occupying the ether with your concentration.
Yes. All right. Ooh, ooh,
It's worth the wait, because this is a great video.
Yeah, it is. Okay, so let's come back to. Oh, no, 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 no. Just a sec. Here we go. Okay. We'll start the video for a second. Say our last artist of the evening is going to be Tom Phillips, filmed at the Blues Can back in February for a fabulous set. So take it away, Tom.
A hungry feeling came o'er me stealing, and the mice were squealing in my prison cell, and the old triangle went jingle jangle all along the banks of the Royal Canal. To begin the morning, a screw was bawling, get up, you flowsy, and clean up your cell. And the old triangle went jingle jangle all along the banks of the Royal Canal. The lags were sleeping, Humpy Gussie was creeping, as I lay there weeping for my gal Sal. And the old triangle went jingle jangle all along the banks of the Royal Canal. Up in the female prison there are 75 women. 'Tis among them I wish I could dwell. Then the old triangle could go jingle jangle all along the banks of the Royal Canal, all along the banks of the Royal Canal. Well, I'm glad to be down here at the Blues Can and playing for you, for the group Protect the Alberta Rockies and Headwaters. It's a very important cause, and I'm proud and honored to be playing for you in this little concert. My name's Tom Phillips. Took my love, I took it down. Climbed the mountain and I turned around. I saw my reflection in a snow-covered hill. till a landslide brought it down. Oh, mirror in the sky, what is love? Can the child within my heart rise above? Can I sail through the changing ocean tide? Can I handle the seasons of my life? Oh, I've been afraid of changing, 'cause I built my life around you. But time makes you bolder, even children get older, and I'm getting older too. Well, I've been afraid of changing, 'cause I built my life around you. But time makes you bolder, even children get older, and I'm getting older too. Oh, I'm getting older too. Took my love, took it down. Climbed the mountain and turned around. I saw my reflection in a snow-covered hill, till the landslide brought me down. I saw my reflection in a snow-covered hill, and the landslide brought it down. The landslide brought it down. It's an old Stevie Nicks song. I'd like to play one now on this beautiful old Gretsch. I'm at the Blues Can in Inglewood doing this for you. It's great to be back here. When there's live music happening, my band, the DTs, plays down here every Tuesday night. Hopefully we'll see some of that again soon. It's a love song. When you breathe in, I breathe out. If I lose, you win. We're both down on our love. You breathe in, I breathe out. I guess everybody knows just one and the same. But it's time I told you so. Time I gave it all a name. Love is something people say to you, but it doesn't mean that much. So we'll just get up and shout. You breathe breathe in, I breathe out. Let me tell you what it's all about. If I speak, it's through your mouth, and you cry all my tears for me, and you never show your doubt. And if you close your eyes to sleep, I'll stand guard at your door. When there's nothing left to do for you, I'll do something more. When you breathe in, I breathe out. If I lose, you win. We'll put down on our love. You breathe in, I breathe out. If 1,000 years have come and gone, we got nothing left to say, come and sit by my side, my love. You breathe in, I breathe out. Come and sit by my side, my love. You breathe in, I breathe out. I grew up at the foot of Moose Mountain out by Bragg Creek. And I spent a lot of my youth riding horses around there, up to the tree line of Moose Mountain and then scrambling up to the top of it and looking out across the beautiful Rocky Mountain range behind it. When I was a little kid, I had this impression that like Moose Mountain was the only mountain there was until I got up to the top of it and saw how far it went. And I live in Calgary, and I'm at the Blues Can in Calgary, but I'm behind this 100%. Thanks a lot for listening to me. This song is called Like a Rodeo. Round, round, you send me in the circle, sure feels small. Just the painted faces trying to see my soul. Sometimes I wonder what I'm doing here at all, clutching at the sky and holding on. Like a rodeo, you send me away out of control. If I find my body reeling, will you be there when I fall? Trying to stay on top, that buzzer just won't go. Sometimes I think I'm living in a rodeo. Well, the scars upon my saddle, the cuts upon my skin, attest to all this damage from the world that I'm in, where the ride is all the living, the ground is just a sin. Worse than that, a place they put you in. Like a rodeo, you send me away out of control. If I find my body reeling, will you be there when I fall? Trying to stay on top, that buzzer just won't one go. Sometimes I think I'm living in a rodeo. With all this dust and all this strain and all this holding on, all this drawn straws and losing all. When it's over, no one cares, nobody knows your name. Always one more rider to take your place. Well, you think I'd had enough by now, staring at the gate, grabbing for the leather, no time to hesitate. Living on my instincts, I'm trusting it to fate. Never letting go till it's too late. Like a rodeo, you send me way out of control. If I find my body reeling, we'll be there when I fall. Trying to hold my balance, but that buzzer just won't go. Sometimes I think I'm living in a rodeo. Sometimes I think I'm living in a rodeo. Sometimes I swear we're living in a rodeo. Thanks a lot, everybody. All the best to you.
Thank you, Tom Phillips.
That was a nice way to end.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, that was a beautiful song to end on.
This was kind of a quieter night for the concert series, but that's just how it rolled out, and it was nice.
Yeah,
It was good.
It was nice to go back and fix my mistakes from the past.
We'll all just have to live vicariously through your relaxation on it, because nobody else really, it didn't matter that much to anyone else. No one remembers, but you feel better.
Yes, I do.
But do come back in 2 weeks. It's going to be a whole different vibe. It'll be fun.
Yeah. Some of the artists who will be here in 2 weeks will be, as I mentioned in the chat, Tyler Ellen and Dana Moritz, who are 2 members of the Red Hot Hayseeds. Is
that going to be live?
They're going to be live, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Probably from their garage. They often did shows. I don't know if they're still doing them or not. Early on in the pandemic, every Wednesday they would do an afternoon Western Swing Wednesday from their garage. Yeah, well, they were fun. Also, hopefully we'll have Ella Coys, formerly of Edmonton, now Toronto, on. Amy Nelson from Calgary, we hope to have on. And Kevin Roy from Winnipeg.
Oh, yeah, you played a house concert at the Grooveman.
Yeah, him and Logan. Yeah, and Kevin's he's a teacher, so in Manitoba, he's having a little bit of a rough go right now, but hopefully things will settle down for him. And yeah. I was chatting with him earlier today. He'll be able to do the show for us for sure, which will be great because he's a great musician and he's a very good photographer too. We have a piece of his.
Bridge.
Yeah, photo of a bridge. But if you follow him on Facebook, he's got great photos of a family of foxes that live near where he lives. They're great photos.
And he's going to be live too?
No, he will be recorded, I think, just due to what's going on.
Yeah.
Yep. he doesn't need that kind of stress right now.
It'll be a good show.
It will, and it should be really good with the audience that the Resilience Fest brings in, and yeah. Wendy was mentioning we should just mention the fundraising a little bit. All the money from all of the shows, all 8 shows, goes to one of 3 places, either the Nistapi Water Protectors, that we contributed to their GoFundMe for a few shows until they maxed out. Also the Pakisco group, they were the first ones we were supporting, maxed out their GoFundMe, and then they raised it later on in order to fund some scientific studies to have just a more solid grounding to oppose the coal mining, and that's in an association with the Livingston Landowners Group. So the money for the past couple of shows, 3 shows, I think, probably 3 shows ago, it all went to the Pakisco, and the last couple of shows have gone to the Livingston Landowners Group. And our grand total is about $10,000, pretty close to 10,000.
Yeah, well done, everyone.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we know some people have gone directly to the GoFundMe's because you can buy tickets through Side Door, but you don't have to. You can go right to the GoFundMe's, or you could just enjoy the shows and do what you want. Anyway.
Well, good night for tonight.
Good night. I want to thank all the artists again. Tom Phillips, Eve Hill, Scott Nolan, Charlie Ewing, Ryla Morantz, Ruben from Ruben in the Dark, Romy Mays, Leroy Stagger. I think that's everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody who's contributed to all the past shows, as well as Christine Berger, Marie Aiken, and Brian Taylor for helping recruit the artists and put the shows together. All right. We'll see you in 2 weeks, June 5th. Watch for the announcements on Facebook, CKOA, and I think that's all our regular channels. Also the Groovner.com. You can check it out on Groovner.com. We'll put an announcement up there. All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Go to thebluescamp.com. Support your local live music venues so they don't go away. All right.
Bye.